All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about Nano Dimension, stock ticker NNDM. I want to talk about them today because today is Tuesday. On Thursday, before the opening bell, they are going to report earnings for the second quarter, which means tomorrow, Wednesday, is really the only day you can react on this stock prior to that release. So I wanted to get something out. I've done several videos on Nano Dimension. So if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if everybody could please smash the like button, it makes a huge difference for the channel. And I really appreciate it. So it helps get this video out to more people. And feel free to leave a comment below. I do read all the comments. Okay, let's talk about Nano Dimension. I have done a series of videos on Nano Dimension over the last 8 or 9 months. I have not done one in about 3 months. Not much has changed from a price standpoint, but I think this is worth revisiting because there's been some new developments. We've closed the day on Tuesday. Nano Dimension's closed at $2.98, down around 2%. So it's hanging just under that $3 mark. This has a market cap of $767 million right now. Their equity, their book value, was $1,469 million. Their market cap is just a little bit more than half of the cash they have in the bank. And well, you'll say, well, maybe we got to look at the liabilities and debt and see what's going on there. Their total liabilities as a company is only $20 million, so that is negligible. Their assets are about 70 times what their liabilities are. If anybody finds a company with a better current ratio than that, let me know and drop it in the comments because I don't think there is one. Okay, I'm using Yahoo Finance for this, so this number is not exactly up to date. We could calculate this, but this is fairly close. I'm looking at this number called enterprise value. So essentially the enterprise value is an adjustment for the market cap to disregard the cash that a company has on its books, net of the debt that it has on its books. So whatever remains is the value of that company. Well, in this instance, you're going to see that the value is roughly negative $500 million. So I follow a lot of stocks. I have a lot of watch lists, and I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I have never seen a company with a enterprise value with this type of relationship to their market cap. I've never seen a company with an enterprise value of negative $500 million at all. And I would challenge everybody watching this video to find me one company that has a worse enterprise value than this. I don't think you're going to find one. I have not been able to find. I would love somebody to drop one in the comments because I've actually, not only can I find one right now, I've never seen one. The market is basically saying that they believe management is just going to waste all this money and the company's worth negative $500 million. This is a small cap high growth stock. These guys raised a lot of capital. So this got swept up into that decimation that small cap high growth stocks went through. The average stock in my small cap high growth watch list was down anywhere between 80 to 90% in an 8-month window of time. I've been holding this for a while, so I'll tell you, like I said, my first video on this was, I think, 8 months ago. And it really hasn't moved at all in the last 8 months. It's moved inside of a range, but if anything, it's gone down a little. So these types of unreasonable situations could always get worse before they get better. So that is something to be careful of. So if you're going to buy this stock, you need to know what this company does and understand. Otherwise, if this price goes down, you are not going to see that as a buying opportunity. That is going to be a panic sell opportunity. I want to go to a press release that they just put out because they already put out some preliminary numbers. Again, Thursday before the bell opens, they're going to give us their second quarter financial statements and financial results. However, they did put out the following press release already. Okay, Nano Dimension's preliminary Q2 2022 revenue approximately $11 million. That is a 1,275% increase over Q2 2021. So you can see this company is just getting going. They were basically pre-revenue last year. They're now at $11 million in the second quarter. So, that leads to outrageous things like up 1,200%. But they're also up 5.5% sequentially quarter over quarter. So they're continuing to grow on a quarterly basis, as well as obviously astronomical growth year over year. So this is the good news, bad news situation, because here's a company that may be tracking for $40 or $50 million of sales this year versus, a number, 1/10 or 1/20th of that last year. However, what a lot of people are looking at is, well, how can this company be worth $1 billion if their sales are only $40 million? So to me, that is a part of what's happening here, but to me, that is a flawed line of reasoning, right? they have, you're going to see in this press release, they say that as of June 30th, they still have $1.267 billion in the bank. So this is the first quarter's financial statements. This is the statement of cash flows. So if you look at cash flow from operations, net cash used in operating activities, $5 million. So again, they have $1.267 billion. So this is not a company that has a 1 year or 2 year cash burn. They've got a 40 or 50 year cash burn. Now, in the middle, it is their plan to acquire other companies and grow inorganically, in addition to continue growing organically. So they will use some of this cash, but you can see there is no point in the next 10 to 15 years where this company's in a scenario where they're going to run out of cash. So that does not justify a negative enterprise value, in my opinion. They're growing just fine right now, and I feel good about this company. So again, not financial advice. That is my own personal opinion. You know, you guys need to know this company, and you may decide that in your opinion, they're a disaster. Okay, so with all that said, let's just take a quick look at the charts and see what's been going on. I'm gonna start semi-zoomed out here. This is Nano Dimension on the 1 week time frame, and I say semi-zoomed out because this gets them to a high from just over a year ago in June of 2021. They were up at about $9.32. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit further for a minute just to show you that, you know, back in January of 2021, so that was over a year and a half ago now, this company was up close to $18 a share. And this is where they raised their money. So that's why they are so cash rich right now. They raised their money at the peak of their stock. And if you guys remember, in January and February of 2021, there was really a big bubble in small cap high growth stocks. People were just throwing money at them, and they did get overbought. But Nano Dimension capitalized on that and turned it into cash. Late June until where the stock closed today, this stock's down about 67 or 68%. And remember, their revenue year over year is up 1,200%. They have a lifetime, effectively a lifetime supply of cash in the bank, no debt. So there really was no catalyst for this stock to go down other than it just got dragged down with the entire stock market, more specifically with the small cap high growth stocks, in my opinion. So I don't know how long this is going to take to fix. I'm willing to hold it for however long that takes, but that's another thing. You guys got to know your own time frames. If you don't want to wait a year or 2 or 3, because it could take that long for this situation to fix itself. And obviously something else could happen in the middle, right? There's always a worst case scenario. But to me, this stock just looks very, very oversold right now. So if I zoom in a little bit to the 1 day chart, you'll see it's actually up off of its lows. On May 12th, when the market hit a low, Nano Dimension hit its 52-week low, and actually it hit its 2-year low. So from that point in May, which was over 3 months ago, Nano Dimensions is up about 37% off of that low. But again, that low was epically low. Remember, at that time, they're trading for $2.17 per share, and they have $5 per share of stock. So at that time, they're trading at $2 per share, and they have $5 for each share of stock. So that was dramatically oversold, in my opinion. So just to give some short-term price targets, I do think there's a 30 or 40% upside to this, somewhere in the short term, 30, 60, 90 days. However, you've seen this has been a roller coaster ride, and this is not a short-term play, because I do think there's a 100 or 200 or 300 or even a 400% potential increase. That still would get them nowhere near the high that they were at 18 or 19 months ago. So these are the opportunities that I look for from a risk reward standpoint. This has a potential 5x maybe, and the downside to me is minimal because this company is 100% supported by cash. In fact, they have more cash than the value of the whole company. So obviously there's danger and risk involved in every investment. So please invest wisely. But for me, the risk reward on this one is excellent. And again, they're reporting on Thursday before the bell. So if anybody wants to make any move, they got to do their own due diligence and make that trade tomorrow before they announce their financial results on Thursday. So that's all I got for you on Nano Dimension. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.